modern warfare deliberately targets the foundation of modern society. Russian forces systematically attacked power plants, water treatment facilities, telecommunications networks, and transportation hubs in attempts to break Ukrainian civilian morale and government functionality. These attacks on civilian infrastructure represent a significant shift from traditional military doctrine that focused primarily on enemy military forces. American defense planning must account for this reality by hardening critical civilian infrastructure and developing rapid repair capabilities for essential services. Economic sanctions forced Russian conscription changes and limited munitions production, demonstrating how economic warfare can degrade military capabilities over time. Western sanctions severely restricted Russia's access to advanced semiconductors and precision manufacturing equipment needed for modern weapons production. These economic pressures forced Russia to rely increasingly on older equipment and less sophisticated weapons as the conflict progressed, showing how sustained economic pressure can erode military effectiveness even during active operations. Drone warfare evolved dramatically throughout the conflict, revealing both offensive and defensive applications that could transform future invasion scenarios. Ukrainian forces used commercial drones modified for military purposes to conduct reconnaissance, guide artillery strikes, and even carry out direct attacks on enemy positions. These operations demonstrated how relatively inexpensive drone technology can provide capabilities that previously required expensive military aircraft. Both sides also employed larger military drones for surveillance and precision strikes, showing how unmanned systems could play major roles in defending American territory against invasion forces. The extensive use of electronic warfare throughout the conflict highlighted how modern militaries attempt to disrupt enemy communications, navigation, and weapons guidance systems. Russian forces employed jamming systems designed to block GPS signals, disrupt communication networks, and interfere with precision weapons guidance. Ukrainian forces responded with their own electronic warfare capabilities while adapting tactics to operate effectively despite electronic interference. These electronic warfare operations demonstrate how future invasion scenarios would likely include sustained attacks on communication and navigation systems that civilian and military forces depend upon. Ukraine's resistance demonstrates both the remarkable possibilities for successful defense against larger adversaries and the sobering limitations that defenders face when fighting prolonged conflicts against determined enemies. While Ukrainian forces achieved significant tactical successes and prevented rapid conquest, the enormous costs in casualties, infrastructure damage, and economic disruption reveal the harsh realities of modern warfare. These real-world lessons provide the foundation for evaluating whether America's defensive capabilities can withstand the challenges that modern invasion scenarios would present. The verdict: can America be conquered in 2025? After examining America's defensive capabilities through multiple lenses, the answer emerges with stark clarity. A full-scale conventional invasion is virtually impossible, though modern technologies like cyber and hypersonics introduce new vulnerabilities. The combination of overwhelming naval superiority, advanced surveillance networks, massive defense spending, and 390 million civilian firearms creates defensive advantages that no adversary can overcome through traditional military assault. America's geographic position between two vast oceans, supported by the world's most powerful navy with 11 aircraft carriers and approximately 70 destroyers, forces any invasion fleet to fight through layers of defense thousands of miles from American shores. The nation's extensive surveillance networks and space-based early warning systems provide detection capabilities that compress enemy response times to minutes. Meanwhile, an armed civilian population creates the prospect of sustained guerrilla resistance that would make occupation strategically unfeasible. However, modern warfare has fundamentally changed the rules. Cyberattacks, hypersonic weapons, and space-based threats create vulnerabilities that didn't exist during previous conflicts. America's greatest strength remains its ability to adapt and innovate faster than potential adversaries can develop countermeasures. America must continue adapting defenses, cyber shields, space monitoring, civil resilience, to maintain this edge against evolving 21st